talk going, stay not safe. Before you cross me, look both ways. Leaving the scene with no trace, none in my league. You out of place, I'm not at the top, I'm outer space. Can't eat with us, we're out of place. I'm doing fine, I'm feeling great. You're not my fan, you can't relate. Straight talk going, state to state.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's the mini host here, and today I am back with another 5 questions. And today I am here with the amazing, the wonderful PJ Savage. Ah.
Oh, thank you. That's one of the best introductions I've ever gotten. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it.
No problem. Number one, New York is known for having some of the best food. Would you agree with that statement?
Yes, of course. I'm from New York. I'm a native New Yorker. I grew up on this food, and I'll put it up against any food around the world.
Well, I've never tried food there because I've never been to New York, but I've seen pictures and it looks very good.
It's so good. It's so good. If you come to New York, there's one thing you gotta have is a chopped cheese. Bing bong, baby. You gotta have a chopped cheese. You come out here, you gotta get a chopped cheese.
Okay. Number
It's
two.
basically a hamburger cut up. That's basically what it is. It's
Okay,
a
Oh.
man.
hamburger
If it's a
cut up.
burger,
It's
I'm
so
all
good.
in, man. I'm all in.
It's basically a burger. That's what it is. It's safe. Don't worry.
Number two, you've had such amazing opponents such as Bobby Lashley. What was it like being in the ring with the Almighty?
Man, that was awesome, man. I gotta tell you, like that day, I was a nervous wreck. I was a nervous wreck that whole day leading up to it. And I remember the little funny story. Going into the locker room, I saw Bobby Lashley there. I didn't even go say hi to him yet. I was just too nervous to do it. And he gets up, just bigger than life character, and he's like, "Who's this savage guy?" And me, it's me, Bobby. It's me. He's like, "Oh, you're the guy that I'm gonna beat up tonight." I'm like, "Oh, this is gonna be a long night." But then after that, he was one of the best people I've ever worked with in this business. So giving. He's an amazing person, not even compared to how great of a wrestler he is. But that was an amazing experience. I remember in CM Punk, I kind of compare it to what CM Punk used to say about Eddie Guerrero when Eddie Guerrero had hit the Indies, and it was rare for Eddie to hit the Indies. That was his coming out moment. That was his moment to see, can I measure up? Can I hang with them? And that was my moment when I stepped into the ring with Bobby. It was like, can I hang? And I got that confirmation that night. I feel like I could hang.
Ooh. Number three, the pandemic has been challenging in terms of growing your career. How did you maneuver your growth during this terrible pandemic?
Oh man, that was hard. It was just nothing but setback after setback for me. It was one of the most challenging things I've ever went through in my life. Um, I'm a father, so having my kids around, you might actually even hear my kids come through the sound once in a while. But that was challenging in its own. At the time, I think my son wasn't even one yet. So
Wow.
everything was hard. So in terms of the wrestling career, especially being in New York, everything stopped. So that's right around the change because I was at Johnny Rod's. That's where I kind of started at. I was in Brooklyn with Gleason's, the place where Devon's from, Taz, Big Cass, all these guys.
Wow.
That's where I was at. But you got to show loyalty to that place. So that's a place that you don't leave. He actually treats it like WWE. Sign a contract. You can't go nowhere else. And the pandemic forced me to hit the indie scene because Gleason's has such strict rules about like contact, and I needed to grow as a professional wrestler. So the pandemic, it was a blessing and a curse in the same aspect for me.
Yeah, there was some pros, but like we got to actually see people again, but it was just not the same.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with you.
Yeah, number four. Being from New York, there's a lot of hip hop legends. I personally love the Notorious B.I.G. What would you rank him in hip hop in like New York?
Hip hop in New York, he's definitely number one. I mean, I'm a '90s baby. I'm a '90s baby, so I grew up like in that attitude era. So to give people at home a little aspect of where I grew up. So definitely like Big Pun was a huge influence on me, being a Hispanic kid growing up in Spanish Harlem and in Harlem. Big Pun was like a huge influence to me. So the other fat guy was pretty cool too, you know. Notorious B.I.G. was definitely up there, but I would consider him number one, bar none.
Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, definitely.
The fifth and final question. You back up your name pretty well in the ring. Is the name something that was given to you, or did you think of it yourself?
It was given. So I'm gonna give you guys a inside just because you're so awesome.
Thank you.
My original name was supposed to be PJ Prodigy. That was given to me by one of the trainers down at Gleason's. And they were making up these t-shirts and these logos, and people were drawing everything for me because I caught on really fast. I was learning really quickly. Like my debut in a ring was 2 months into training. That's almost unheard of. Yeah, it's almost unheard of. When I faced Bobby Lashley, I was 6 months in. So like it kind of fit the moniker, but I didn't like it. I didn't like the whole Prodigy moniker. It was just like, am I still going to be a Prodigy 5-6 years from now? Because that's how long it's going to take to break into the big leagues. And I remember my friends and family all used to just say, yo, PJ, you're such a savage. Like in the things I would do, how I would eat my pizza, how I would hang out with friends, how I would do certain things, play video games with the guys, hang out with the guys, do things. Everybody would just call me savage. And one day, shout out to Flex, who's one of the trainers down there in Gleason's. Somebody had called me a savage, like right in front of him. And he was like, PJ Savage. That sounds like the name. And we had a show that Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Like, easy. Just go buy a shirt that says Savage and you're to go. So I went and had a shirt made really quickly. It said Savage with the skull and the crossbones. And that was it. It stuck, man. The crowd started chanting Savage before I even said my name was Savage. So it was like, it was a cool moment. It was like meant to be.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I don't really like PJ Prodigy in my opinion.
PP. They would call me PP. It wasn't gonna work.
But thank you again for the amazing conversation. I had a blast. Thank you.
You're so awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna grow into something even more special. Good job.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
Of course.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash the button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you get notified each time we post a video. And I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.
Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to tune in next week for another great episode on all available podcast platforms and hosted on Podbean. Also, check us out on YouTube at Straight Talk Wrestling, on Instagram at Straight Talk Wrestling, on Facebook at Straight Talk Wrestling, and on Twitter at _Straight Talk. And if you feel the need to buy some sweet merch, check us out on ProWrestlingTees.com.
Leaving the scene with no trace, not in my league. You out of place. I'm not at the top. I'm outer space. Can't eat with us. We're out of place. I'm doing fine. I'm feeling great. You're not my fan. You can't relate. Straight talk going state to state.